Philadelphia, are you ready?
He said, "Are you ready?"
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome everybody to Brotherly Love Wrestling, and this is the Essential Series, and we have a guest with us today, our executive producer, Mr. Bill Fry. Bill, welcome back to the show. We haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back.
TJP, so
Well, I theoretically think my title needs to change from executive producer to
no.
executive of talent relations, since I seem to be bringing in all the talent.
One person doesn't count. Two, you were a fucking mop boy. We did promote you, and now you're executive producer. Don't fucking get ahead of yourself.
All right. I'll bide my time. I'll bide my time.
So this week on the Essential Series, we are doing Mick Foley. All iterations, everything is
here in Philadelphia.
What? Oh,
The cheap pop.
Back here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, the Foley cheap pop.
So today everyone gets two. Joe gets two. I get two. Bill gets two. Does anyone want to start? Anyone want to be the first one to go?
I think being the great hosts that we are, we will do the honorable thing and let our guest go first.
Okay.
I'll take last. How about that?
Oh, you are so generous to take last. To sit back and watch us make our picks so you don't have to.
Yeah, we make the picks so that you can decide what you want later.
I tried to make it as noble as possible, like I was actually doing you a favor.
You just want to make sure that you pick one that we didn't already pick. That's all it comes down to.
Technically, this is my week, so I got to take something.
I'll give that one to you. You're right.
All right.
I'm gonna spin it no matter what.
I'm gonna go Michael's Mankind
Bastard.
in your house 10.
Yeah, Mind Games. That's one of the greatest
the
matches.
second time this one has made the list, the essential list.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a violation?
Just
I could come up with something else if you like.
Best matches. No,
you already said it.
Okay.
I was gonna put it on anyway, but
Yeah.
I'm just kind of glad that you did.
The storytelling itself, it puts it on any list that you want. Just the high flyer style of Michael's, kind of, you start seeing a different side of him that Foley kept bringing out. It was the prime of storytelling for that era.
And the crowd was pretty good with it too.
The crowd was hot. Yeah.
Remember when they tried to do that with Bray and Cena?
Yeah, it didn't quite work like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't that in a Hell in a Cell? No, was that a regular cage match? I don't remember. Might have been Hell in a Cell, maybe.
Talking about Bray,
I know
Cena, Mania.
They were inside of some sort of cage structure, I believe. No, wait, maybe not.
No, they were in a Firefly Funhouse.
No, not that one.
No.
That was actually pretty good. I don't know, man.
I enjoyed it.
I love the Firefly Funhouse.
That's the one thing I wish that they kind of kept through the whole no crowd run.
Yeah.
I wish they would have kept a lot of the cinematic shit. That shit was fun.
Yeah.
Not so much the matches, but like the creativity, like the Bray Wyatt matches.
Mm-hmm.
But they did not. They gave us the Thunderdome instead.
All right. So I'll pick second. And since Mind Games is gone, I can cross that off my list. I thought I was going to definitely have to use that. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go with
I'm so torn.
another one. What?
I'm so torn already. Even before hearing your pick, I already don't know my two, and I'm afraid one won't make it. No, because I have a third one that's creeping in.
All right, so I'm going to put another one that is on a previous list on this list, and that is versus Triple H at Royal Rumble 2000, because that match is that good. Just like the Michaels Mankind is that good. Mick Foley, he was Cactus Jack at that point.
Cactus Jack.
Yeah, Cactus Jack, Triple H was that good. And for all the reasons we said on Triple H's list is all the reason it is for Cactus Jack, Mick Foley. It is a bloodbath, but it's storytelling.
That was the street fight from Rumble 2000, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
I did.
Okay. I missed it.
Yeah.
There's so many matches. I'm trying to figure out what I want.
Joe?
That's good that you took that one. That takes that off of my list. But you know what's funny is that remember when we did the Triple H one and we said all of his matches, all of his best matches were gimmick matches? That's exactly Foley. That's all. Foley was like the king of the gimmick match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a mind games match, street fight. I'm not letting one of you fuckers take it. I'm going to be able to take it. I'm not letting that happen because I thought it was going to happen between one of you because I thought it was going to get taken. And I'm going Mankind versus Taker at King of the Ring. Steel cage, Hell in a Cell, fucking throw them off.
The infamous Hell in a Cell, the probably best and most talked about Hell in a Cell match there is.
That was probably when you think of them two together, or even if you just think of Mankind, that's what you think of, getting thrown off the goddamn Hell in a Cell.
Well, that, and it also came out
with, God, he's barely broken him in half.
And that's the thing, is that it also coined like a phrase that has transcended wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, he has a family, like that JR type stuff has transcended, especially from that match.
Yep.
Like, so somebody had to say it.
We knew it was coming.
It was going to be said by one of you two, and I wasn't going to let that happen.
Honestly, I wasn't planning on it because I know how badly you want it on. So I knew I didn't have to. If I didn't pick it, I knew the pressure would be on you anyway because you're last. So I knew you'd have to put it on.
It would have had to have gone on no matter what.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm glad but now I leave myself fucked because I don't think the other two that I have, either of you are putting one of them on.
Okay.
So I'm fucked.
So Bill?
See, me, I'm stuck right now because there's two matches that I desperately want on, same as you. And I can't decide which one I want, whether to go with the one that everybody is going to say that they want on, or the one that nobody would expect to be on. And
I know the first one. I'm fairly certain I know the first one, and I put good money that I know it. And I might even know the other one because the first one you said, that's not one of the ones I'm fighting over.
Okay.
All right, let's just get to this. Enough alluding to.
I will go with the road less taken on this one.
Okay.
All right.
Cactus Jack versus Sabu at Holiday Hell ECW 95.
Not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick at all.
Oh no, that means one of mine's not making it. And Larry is. Oh no, this is bad for me. This is really bad.
Because there's a very obvious one that is sitting right there.
Yeah. He's not going to say it. He's
not going to say it.
He's not going to say it. He's going to expect me to say it. But guess what? That wasn't even on my list. So it might not make it.
There's two matches.
Me like I'm going to pick something that you want just because.
There's two overly obvious matches.
Not it's not making the list then.
There's two overly obvious matches that are still sitting there that nobody said.
I think I'm looking at two of them, the two of them, and I have a third one.
I think the one is a repeat.
I think I definitely know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have this wild card one that's just looking at me that I'm not sure if I want to put in or not.
All right, well, let's put it this way. Your wild card might be my wild card.
It could be. It actually, knowing the type of fan you are, I'd be 90% sure that it's the same one.
I don't know if it is, because I think you're thinking of my one that I really want on there, but now I'm thinking I have a wild card.
It's so confusing to not actually just say what we're saying.
I think you think my wild card is certain.
I got some dice right here. Do you guys want me to roll anything? Do you want me to figure it out?
Are they your sex dice?
No, they're my Dungeons and Dragons dice because I'm that much of a nerd.
I don't have sex dice.
You should have went with the first one.
Yeah, well, no, because these tiny dice are my Dungeons and Dragons dice. These giant dice are my sex dice.
Here, hold the giant dice up to the camera. We got to prove it. They're
blurring it, so it's definitely.
See?
Yeah.
We're not in the attitude era anymore. We got to blur stuff out.
All right, I'm gonna add the one that I think out of the three is essential to Mick Foley's list, and if you're telling the story of Mick Foley, it has to be on there. So I'm saying Foley Edge at WrestleMania 22 because it was his WrestleMania moment. He finally got it. I wanted to put something else on there, but I'll go with Foley Edge at 22.
That was the one that should have been on it, but if you didn't say it, I wasn't doing it. Out of spite.
Yeah.
But kudos to you. That match is another one of those matches. Like when you think of Foley, even if you think of Edge, like that's one of those matches that comes to mind. Like that's one of those like the burning.
Do you guys want to do another round? We can add a third for all of us.
We cannot do that. We set rules beforehand, and those are the rules we stick to.
We made up the rules as we started the recording.
The honorable mention list will be long. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard plate.
He's so proud of himself that he got that in. He's so proud of himself.
He was holding that softball.
He was waiting for it.
No, it just came to me, and I was like, "This is
Sure, it came to you. He has a tablet behind his computer, and it says "Rock Hard Place Pun." Be sure to get in.
He's got Heenan notes waiting.
I learned from the best.
All right, go ahead. So
no, I'm not doing that one, and I'm not doing the one that I really, really want in there, just because of the length of the one I really, really want in there. It wasn't really a big time. It was a big time match, but it wouldn't be an essential. Now, the match that I'm picking did more for the opponent than it did Foley, and it was probably my favorite era of this wrestler, and that's Foley Orton at Backlash 2004. That match, another match that was a bloodbath. And I'm more impressed that Orton took the bumps that he did, the selling that he did in that match. I mean, Foley made him look fucking incredible. Oh, yeah. But that was the solidifier of the Legend Killer. And I think is my favorite integration of Randy Orton.
So can I take a quick guess at your other one that you were contemplating other than the Rock one?
Yeah.
Were you going Cactus Jack Sting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? Cactus Jack Sting at Beach Bash 92 was Cactus. This is after Cactus Jack had attacked Sting a bunch of times, and this was like Cactus Jack's first pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. It was literally
that was around the time where they got super heat because Sting broke out of something and attacked Foley on the ramp, and that was when the first time you had fired up Sting, not full babyface actions, he went full jumped Foley by jumping out of somewhere. And then
Yeah,
that heat
those
was
moments that-
astronomical.
It's the moments that put the heel's so good that he pushes the baby face to a different level.
And
That
it was
was-
one of the first like big times of that too.
There was another one that I wanted on there, and it was Cactus Jack versus Vader.
That
Halloween
was mine.
Havoc.
That was mine.
Halloween Havoc '93, and that one I remember because these ones I remember from my childhood, like the Cactus Jack Sting, like that was purely going to make the list just because I have such fond memories of it. And the same thing with Cactus Jack and Vader. Like really, I wasn't rooting for anybody in particular in that one. It was just a beat the living hell out of each other match.
Yeah.
That's
So
all it really was.
So I do have a question then. Which in the honorable mention list, which do you put over one another? Mankind versus The Rock at the Rumble or Halftime Heat?
At the Rumble.
At the Rumble. The halftime heat one was great though.
It was great. Yeah. But
it was great. I will take
the I Quit match.
Yeah.
That made I'm pretty sure that made our Rock list. We could go back and check tape, but I'm pretty sure it did.
You know what? I don't think it did because I think Halftime Heat did.
That's right. You made halftime heat.
Mm-hmm.
That was your pick. You did it to us.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it up, because I wanted to see secondary reactions. Which one would you guys put up? Because it's coming from the other side.
Larry lied.
How did I lie?
Because I remember you saying the other one's better, but this one was more unique.
Yeah.
Well, that was also the match with those unprotected chair shots that just fucking scarred kids for life.
No, that's not 100% true. That made kids believe that they could take one too, and now we got a bunch of people taking unprotected headshots now.
No, now we've got how TikTok came about. Was taking unprotected chair shots 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I think it was a pretty good list. I think I'm surprised Mankind Rock I Quit didn't make it. I'm surprised. Out of all three of us, I thought it would have made it.
Those were
He's got some gems with Terry Funk too.
Oh, I mean, we didn't even touch on anything in Japan.
Exploding barbed wire death match.
Like we didn't go that. We kept it to pretty much a certain time period.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we kept it. Did we keep it all WW? No, one ECW match.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically, it's WWE now. Well, so is WCW. So, and from the looks of it, possibly TNA or Impact at this point.
I don't. Do you think he bought them?
No, I don't think he did.
I think
it would have been. I think we would have known. There's no way that would have been quiet.
I don't think he bought them. I just think it's kind of the timing of them ending the work with AEW, and then all of a sudden, Mickey James is appearing.
AEW didn't do them any favors.
No.
Oh no, I know.
I think WWE has done more in
just by announcing it.
Yes, in the short time that they have been with TNA than the entire time that AEW was with Impact.
They did nothing for AEW. Like when you look back at it, you won't even remember that they were working together at one point.
Yeah. All it really did was the few remaining people who weren't watching AEW that watched Impact went over to AEW. Like that's all that really happened.
What was that? Maybe 6 people?
Yeah.
Total? I mean, you got to figure they put the title on Kenny. He did absolutely nothing for the title. He lost it to Christian, who did nothing for them either. And then, what was it? Eventually, they ran the angle where the person who should have won it, which is Josh Alexander, lost it to fucking Moose the day he beat Christian. Literally, they did nothing for that title. They actually tried to do something, and then Impact set them back even more.
I'm honestly just waiting now that we've got Mickey James. I don't know how Mickey James is appearing in WWE. Like, I don't know if they had an extra garbage bag of her stuff off to the side, ready for her or what. But I'm just waiting. Now ROH is appearing in every other promotion in the world. I'm just waiting for Gresham to appear in the Rumble.
Never. Will never happen.
I know. I'm
Nope.
saying though, like
The only person I did hear them talking about a rumor of a Forbidden Door entrant other than Mickey James. I think if that happens, it's going to be someone who used to be in the company. It's a former WWE guy. Like it could be like Heath Slater. Like it could be someone like that, I think is the most likely. I don't think anybody should be thinking or like, oh, maybe it's Moose or maybe it's not going to be a Impact person. It's going to be a former WWE person. That's the only person that's coming through that forbidden door from
if
Impact.
you want to put money down on it, you know who I would have to pick. That is my most expected person to come over. It's not Heath Slater.
From
Did they
Impact?
used to work for the company?
No, Cardona.
Mm-hmm. He's been doing that whole sports entertainment gimmick and dressing like Vince in the black sweats and stuff. And you never know. I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think
not-
so either. I
he's
really
not
don't.
Unless it comes with a handsome payday, I don't think he's doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think Joe, you think that it'd be him turning it down? I don't think they'd ever even offer it to him.
It's also true.
Yeah.
I could honestly see the Slater thing.
I think he might be the most likely former WWE guy on
It could
that
be-
roster to come.
It could be Slater and Rhino. It could
Yeah.
legitimately be both of them.
Yeah.
It could be Joe, since they like running this whole let's release Samoa Joe and bring him back randomly.
I see Gargano put out a tweet that he was listening to wrestling theme songs in the gym, and now he's got the itch again.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't take
I've been
long.
watching him on Twitch.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously not going to take. He's still fucking young.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for him to give it up right now.
And she didn't have the baby yet.
No.
Maybe he'll be in the Royal Rumble.
I don't see it.
I think he's already
Yeah.
done that. I don't think he needs to do that again.
He
Yeah,
did
I
it
don't-
once.
I don't think he needs to be WWE. I really don't. I guarantee. I'm 99% sure we're going to see Ciampa in the Rumble.
Really?
I thought
think
you were
so.
going to say I'm 99% sure we're going to see Gargano in AEW.
That too. That too.
I honestly.
It's a
Yeah.
shame they're swooping up all the former WWE guys because it's going to start to counteract. Like you can't use all them and expect not to be called NXT 3.0.
Well,
Yeah, because it harkens back to the old TNA jokes. What's Jimmy Gargano doing in the Impact Zone? Like, it's the same thing. I mean, not
True.
60% of the people that you see on AEW or former WWE.
But
I'd say
meantime,
80% of the people that are on air talent are former WWE right now.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's the problem is you got guys like Janela and Marco Stunt and don't forget about Sonny Kiss. And like there's so many people, and that's only 3, but there's so many people that were originals, if you want to call them AEW originals. When the company started, they were signed immediately.
Now they're freaking jobbing out fucking Orange Cassidy, who was fucking extremely over. Now he's just a pawn in the Elite and Undisputed Era.
Well, look,
thing.
look, even look. I know Bear Bronson is not an AEW guy, but look at the way. If I don't know if either one of you saw that match with Hook, there's no way that kid 3 matches in or 2 matches in should be beating a guy like Bear Bronson, who has been in this business for as long as he has, traveled the road. There's no way that kid should go up. I don't care if his dad is Taz.
I
Well,
watched that match.
No.
That kid had fucking a shit ton of fucking popularity before he even wrestled a match.
Mhm.
For what?
I don't get it. We're
Where?
not young enough. We're not young enough to understand this.
I don't. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I
We're
don't.
not-
He's
we're
good.
not in that. We're not in that demographic to explain this. We're no good.
You
can't-
know what? You
I
know
have no
what
idea.
it reminisces to me is Hook getting popular despite not really wrestling and not being the main guy
He's
of
a
a faction.
catchphrase. He was a catchphrase. Send Hook, and I don't even know how that got over.
You know who this reminds me of? Mizdow. He got over being
At least
second
Mizdow
fiddle.
was entertaining.
He got over because of his gimmick.
Yeah, it wasn't, and that's the thing.
Hook got over
Hook-
because of Send Hook. Like,
But Hook
That doesn't
can
make
wrestle
sense.
his ass off. He is very, very, very good
Not
in the
only that,
ring.
but Sandow got over before Mizdow.
Yeah,
You're talking about someone who literally came out as like the hired goon, who was the smallest hired goon that they could have possibly, and he got over. Like he
yeah,
got over
5'6". Like I don't. Not that I'm saying he's not talented and he doesn't deserve to be like spotlighted on elevation. Absolutely, but for him to be going over guys like Bear Bronson, no fucking way. No fucking way. I don't see it.
I mean, someone that they're trying to build is going to go over someone who's only
Yes.
on dark elevation.
Just I don't know, man.
You're
Like
thinking,
that.
you're thinking about it too logically for an illogical world.
Very true. Very true. It's just, I guess,
We
because I
literally saw
don't
Rey- We
understand.
saw Rey Mysterio beat several people that could have stepped on him. and won.
Yes, Mysterio was an established veteran of the business at that point. That's fine.
Hook didn't look too bad.
I'm not. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm not saying that he's bad or he looks bad in the ring, because he's impressive in the ring. It's
So it's
just
the same scenario.
paying your dues. Like he doesn't. It's his second or third match.
Dude,
There
we
is
literally-
nothing to build when you're
we
beating
literally-
Bear Bronson.
We just talked to Vic about this last night. He said all you have to do is be in the business for a couple of years. And you can get signed to a 6-figure TV contract.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a thing of paying your dues. This isn't the 80s and the 90s anymore. I mean, do I think a lot of people pay their dues, quote unquote? But I don't think they pay. Yeah, I do, but I don't think they pay them like they did back then. You can't pay your dues like they did back then. Not with social media.
Well, I mean, maybe that saying, that what comes with that saying is a little different. I'm just saying, like, be in the business, take some losses, learn. Like, that's the thing that just blows my mind.
Some guys don't got it like that. Some guys get that push.
Yeah, I guess it's not cool for Roman to do it, but if it's Taz's kid, it's okay to just have him keep going over people he shouldn't.
Here's the thing, though. AEW is a completely different beast when it comes to the fan base and the vocal fan base. Whatever they do, even if they do something wrong, there'll be a mob that will come and defend it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They have trained their bots very well.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm with AEW. That's when it started.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be with a company, be with a wrestler. Never ends well, kid.
Yeah. Then you end up with Is All Elite has become a meme now.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Who
that's
is?
just
Who is?
the blank Is All Elite
Oh yeah.
has become
Everyone
a meme
who
now.
walks away from something or gets a different job, or so technically, Joe, you're all elite because you're leaving your job.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish I was making the 6-figure salary for working one day a week. Give me that job.
And living down in Jacksonville and just
I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to be anywhere near Florida.
Especially not Jacksonville. You go over the wrong bridge in Jacksonville.
I like it up here. I don't want to be down there. On
Wouldn't mind the
vacation.
weather.
Yeah. Suck it up, Buttercup. You work inside.
Not if I don't have to. No, thank you.
have to. I'm the one that's all elite, not you.
See, here's the thing, Joe. You got to realize he's the only one not wearing a Philly related outfit today, so he's got to consider going to
He's
Jacksonville.
the only one that prepped right for the show. I'm not gonna hate on that, dude. My basement's cold right now. I needed a hoodie.
And I just figured the Flyers are shitty, so I can wear my hoodie again.
They suck.
They're terrible.
They have nobody. They have nobody to play.
They still suck.
What do you mean? They won before COVID hit them. They won 6 of the last 7 games. What the hell more do you want?
They're trash.
They suck.
They started off bad and have finally picked it up once they fired that piece of shit coach.
What's his name?
And now started to make headway, and then COVID hit them. Don't trash talk your home team. Don't be an Eagles fan. Don't talk shit about your own team.
No,
I can trash talk anything I want.
hey, I will fully admit
say
when the
that a
Flyers are great, but I will also fully admit when they are terrible, and they are terrible.
They were terrible. They're not
Okay.
terrible anymore. They've gotten better.
Okay.
5 of the last 6 games before COVID, they were on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Don't me.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, did you see the report that came out today?
Okay, what is it now?
Is there more people on the fucking COVID list?
No. Bobby Clark did an interview today
Why?
and said that every one of the scouts was furious with Ron Hextall because they wanted Cale Makar and he took Nolan Patrick instead. He locked himself in a room and took Nolan Patrick. And all the scouts are backing up Bobby Clark's story, saying that they wanted Cale Makar, but Hexy wanted Patrick no matter what because of his two-way forward speciality. Yeah. So we theoretically could have had Cale Makar instead of, trading Nolan Patrick to have him not play.
I have no idea who that is at all.
Put it this way, a 23-year-old all-star defenseman.
How many is he leading the league in plus minus and goals and assists and all that?
He has
honestly
more.
Never heard his name once.
Cale Makar is on the Avalanche and has more goals than I think it's 13 teams' entire defense core combined.
Okay, so he's an offensive defenseman,
including the Flyers. No, he's also a really good defenseman too.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying he's an offensive defenseman.
He's Cale Makar.
He is.
He's French.
Incredible. He's absolutely insane.
Okay, I'm going to take your word for it because A, I don't see many Avalanche games, and B, I've never heard his goddamn name.
And E and W.
Think of PK Subban in his prime.
Yes.
Okay.
Think of PK and Subban.
Look, Subban was a great defenseman.
Think of Timu Salami. Not for any reason, just think of him because he's got a cool name.
Did you say salami?
Oh yeah, I meant Salami.
It's Solani.
I know. I fucked
All
it
right.
up.
I think that'll end our show.
I should have went with Patrick Law.
We hope you enjoyed our list. If you disagree, well,
my clothes are done in the dryer.
that's our buzzer. It's time to go. So
We
thank
spent
you for
10
watching.
minutes on Mick Foley and then 45 minutes on random other stuff.
That's our
What a
show.
great
That's
episode.
what we do.
We got Cale Makar in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe he could beat Hook.
Maybe if you send him, he will come. Wait, that doesn't sound right.
All right,
Thanks for
do your
watching,
outro.
everybody.